because I really want to get some more people in the conversation. And that little button is just ahead of you, so just be brave and push it, because the people who push the most, they get to talk the most. But Juan has a card. His business card has the Millennium Development Goals on it. It has all of the Millennium Development Goals. Do you have it? I need to get a close-up of it eventually. But he has this business card, so if you can't see it now, I want you to ask him for it later, because I'm thinking, where has this been for the last 13 years? I'm always, what's number 4? What's number 5? I can never remember the MDG. Don't tell anybody else. I can't remember all the MDGs. But he has it in his pocket. By way of introduction, he's got a... There you go. So fantastic. I love it. But I really wanted Juan to jump in this conversation, because what's important is not just the activism, not getting arrested, not doing the open source technology, but the end result, because we're here, is, okay, it's development that we're trying to get to. We're trying to change people's lives, and I want you to want to like send us through on that track about what you do and how it connects with that, because that's really important, bearing in mind where we are right now.
Sure. I'll be that link. But first of all, let me tell you, there's a reason why I carry this. And the reason is, I remember going to one of the poorest and most violent municipalities in Venezuela. It's called the municipality of Revenga. And I go there as an academic, as a PhD student in sustainable development. And I remember we went there and we said, okay, we're going to help out these people, figure out their problems. We got the knowledge, so let's enlighten them, right? That was my, unfortunately, that was my posture. And I get there and they ask me, so what do you think, how do we assess MDG number 7, and we're trying to, we've been planning for it, and I was like, well, you're talking about the MDG, yeah, sure, yeah, the Millennium Development Goals. Oh yeah, those are the goals that came out in the year 2000, right? And I was like, and honestly, I tried to, make it appear like I knew what the hell I was talking about, but in reality, I had no clue, and I realized, wait a minute. I'm the academic here, and these people already pretty much have sorted everything out, and they already have a plan. And what they wanted to do was construct and build better access to sanitation and clean water. So for me, that was a life lesson. It was life-changing. So it was the other way around. From an academic, I took a step, and that's how I became an advocate. Now, the connection is... And I want to talk to you about the My World survey. I think it's great, because when talking about inclusion, talking about sustainable development, inclusion really needs to be at the bottom. And inclusion is not just talking about people and thinking about them when policymakers come out with a new development agenda. We're seeing a very exciting process this week where the negotiations start, and they have started, but they continue. And it's important to get somehow the voice of the people in there. And how do we do that? Well, we do have some tools, and the My World survey is just that. It's a global survey. It's open to everybody in the world. You can participate online through the website, but you can also do so through the SMS, and you can also fill up your ballot and send it to us. And it's amazing, because when you look at this data, we reach over 1 million votes already. And what we're seeing is, talking to fellow panelists here, they have great initiatives of including people in the solutions that we need to move together. And it's amazing how everybody is looking for a platform, a neutral platform, so that voices could be expressed and could be listened to. And what better platform than the UN? And that's what we have built. And I keep saying we, because I'm grateful to be part of the Millennium Campaign. It's such a great team, and some of them are sitting right here. And what we're doing is we're reaching out to people and say, hey, here's this survey. Go out and spread the word. And amazingly, with a small team of 30 people, we've able to reach 1,100,000 voters all around the world, with the help of more than 700 partners, from civil society, from private sector, starting from Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, all the way to the student Cameroon that went out and rallied for over 50,000 votes. So these stories of these voices of people is really what we try to advocate. We advocate for them. When we look at the numbers, when we handle the data, we really see these people's aspirations, what they want in life. And who better than them to tell us what they need and how to implement it? So the connection is there. We have the space. It's time to go out there and stand behind it so that we as a society can move together. So I don't know if that fits into, or connects into what we're talking about, but that's pretty much what we're doing and what I wanted to share with you today. So I'll take it back to you, Farron.
I think